Alright, so hey everyone and welcome back. I'm Mr. Stoltz and today I'm on my way to Beverly Center here in LA to pick up a brand new pair of sneakers. It's going to be the Jordan 1.5 or the nickname The Return. I've been actually looking forward to reviewing this shoe for quite some time now because there's been a lot of hate and a little bit of love on this shoe. So I want to bring my perspective on the shoe and see what I like about it or what I don't like about it. So why wait? Let's go. All right, so I'm back home. The sneakers are right here, but let's talk about the shoes before we look at them. So on social media, there's been a lot of hate on this shoe. And it's like some parts of me understand it because I'm a big Jordan 1 Chicago fan. That's one of my top favorite shoes of all time. So I kind of get why someone is like, oh, but it's not a Jordan 1. But then at the same time, that's not the same shoe that we're looking at. Jordan 1 Chicago is a Jordan 1 Chicago. And this Jordan 1.5 is in between the Jordan 1 and Jordan 2. So what Nike did for Michael Jordan is that they created a shoe with more functionality and more comfort. And this is where the Jordan 1.5 comes into place. So it's actually a really important sneaker in the Jordan world when you historically look back and try to figure out, where did this shoe actually place in history? So what Nike did is they took the traditional upper part of the Jordan 1 and fused it together with the sole from the Jordan 2 and created Jordan 1.5. Alright, so this is actually the first time that this shoe has been released to the public. The only time we've seen the shoe before is when Michael Jordan wore it in 1985. So in this video, I'm actually going to be comparing the Jordan 1 versus the Jordan 1.5 and see what's the difference between the two Jordans. So what's the difference between this box and Jordan 1? Let's take a look. So here we got them, both of the shoe boxes. We got Jordan 1.5 at the bottom and Jordan 1 on top. The first thing that I noticed about this is that the Jordan 1.5 shoebox is a lot bigger than the Jordan 1. So the official Nike name is Air Jordan 1 High The Return and it retails for $150. And the Air Jordan 1 Retro High OG retails for $160. Alright, so let's put away Jordan 1 Chicago now for a bit and let's take a look at the Jordan 1.5. Alright, so let's take it out. So inside there's plain white paper and then the shoe. And it looks like this. Doesn't it look good? I know a lot of you probably don't like it, but it's still a really nice shoe. Let's start comparing this shoe to the Jordan 1 Chicago. Okay, so on your right, you'll have the Jordan 1.5, and on your left, you'll have the Jordan 1. So I'll start from the front, and then I'll work my way around and end up with the bottom. And let's take a look at everything we can see. All right, on the front part of both of these shoes, the first thing I noticed is that on the Jordan 1.5, the midsole is a little bit higher compared to the midsole on the Jordan 1. And then also on the leather, the Jordan 1.5 is a little bit higher as well compared to the Jordan 1. Okay, so if you look at the colors, we can see that the color red on both of the shoes are identical, and then the white color is also identical. The one thing that I noticed is the difference here is that the leather on the Jordan 1 is a little bit more smooth compared to the Jordan 1.5. Another thing on the front is that we can see that Jordan 1.5 doesn't have the stitching that the Jordan 1 has. Alright, so if we move up to the tongue, we can see that the Jordan 1 has an all-white tongue compared to the Jordan 1.5 that has a slightly tinted off-white of yellow and orangey kind of feel to it. But it actually looks good. It looks different, it looks more old school the way it was supposed to look like. This is actually the identical color that was released back in 1985. The next thing that I can see that a lot of people has been hating about is the actual part right here, where you can see the foam on the inside. And the foam is the yellowish part, which a lot of people have been hating about because they don't like the look that it sticks out. But I have to go back to my old statement that I actually like it when it's the old school look, when they don't change everything. The laces are exactly the same as the black color. There's no differences at all. The thing I noticed on top of the tongue is that on the Jordan 1, we have a red background with white letters. And on the Jordan 1.5, we have a black background with red letters. Right, so that was the front part of the shoe. What's actually different from the side? Let's take a look. Alright, so the first thing I noticed about the 1.5 going from top to bottom is the wingman logo. It says Nike, instead of on the Jordan Chicago, it says Air Jordan. On the Jordan 1.5, it clearly has the Jordan 2 sole. It's a lot thicker, it's bigger compared to the Jordan 1 that has a slimmer style to it, and then also with the stitching. My personal favorite is the Jordan 1 sole. But I kind of like this one. Maybe I have to try it out a little bit, walk around with it to see what it feels like with different kind of joggers or jeans to see the actual style of the shoe. Alright, so the last thing that we see on the side is that on the Jordan 1 Chicago, we have these grids and lines that goes almost all across the whole outsole, compared to the Jordan 1.5 where we only have 2 parts. Alright, so if we look at the back, we can see that they are exactly identical except the midsole. That's the only difference that separates these two apart. Okay, so if we look underneath the shoe at the outsole, we can see that there's a lot of differences. On the 1.5, the Nike logo only says Nike compared to the Chicago version where it says Nike with the swoosh. Alright, so what's inside? Let's take a look. On the 1.5, we have this one and this one. This one also comes with the Chicago. Both of the shoes has the Nike Air logo on the inside. Alright, so another difference on the inside of these two shoes is the information label. On the Jordan 1 Chicago, the information label is placed in the middle of the shoe, compared to the Jordan 1.5 where the information label is placed at the top of the shoe. Alright, so that's the Jordan 1 and Jordan 1.5. I actually like both of them a lot. However, my favorite is Jordan 1 Chicago. It's just because I like this thin outsole, but I still like this one. It's because it's keeping its old retro look, the way Michael Jordan used to wear it. It's actually a really nice shoe, and I'm looking forward to giving it a try to see what both of them looks like with joggers and jeans, etc. on feet. So let's take a look. Alright everyone, thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button and a big thumbs up, and I'll have a brand new video for you guys next week.